none of this is real. It's fucking amazing. A solid world, a world that is tangible. So whatever you're looking at right now is a thought constructed reality. And I know this might sound pretty crazy, but what is actually outside when thought loses its power? Maybe we are just here to unlearn. Little baby Sam, where's your hand? It's here. So this is my hand, this might be my hand. And that's the beginning of separation. Separation was never real. But where is the owner? Maybe the process of awakening is just a mere process of unlearning. And this is a journey of discovery. This is a journey of curiosity. This is a journey about seeing that we are loved from the beginning to find the infinite within the finite. That's why we suffer. It's fucking amazing. We are experiencing different bodies, but it's just one thing that's experiencing itself. It has no caffeine. So none of this is real. None of this is real in the way that the mind thinks it is real. None of what you are seeing right now, none of what I'm seeing, and if you look at me right now and I'm looking at this direction, is because there is a window right here and I have the mountains in front of me and I have the beautiful country field in front of me and the trees and everything is just so gorgeous. And it brings even more presence, if you will. But none of what's appearing is actually real in the way that the mind thinks it is real. The mind tries to construct, what's the word? A solid world, a world that is tangible. And it does it in a way, it does it in the only way it can, and that is through thought. So whatever you're looking at right now is a thought constructed reality. It's not what's actually there, right? And I know this might sound pretty crazy. I know. I'm not negating the fact that this appears to be a cup of coffee. I'm not neglecting the fact that the mountains that I see right there appear to be there. But what is actually outside when thought loses its power? That's what I'm trying to point to. And I'm just describing my experience because my experience is changing throughout this process of awakening. And I think it's a beautiful thing to try to keep the track record of how the process unfolded itself throughout the journey, right? That's why I'm here. That's why I am just sharing this with you and actually just as a diary for me too, right? So maybe we are just here to unlearn, because if you notice this, ever since we get into this world as human beings, ever since we start to hear other people naming us Sam, John, Wilson, Alex, ever since that moment, there's one thing that starts to create an appearingly solid, a seemingly solid reality. That's a character, right? So we start growing up, or as we grow up, we hear our names 1,000 million times. They say, hey, where is your nose? Where's your hand? Little baby Sam, where's your hand? Baby Sam says, like, it's here. So this is my hand, this might be my hand. And that's the beginning of separation. But good news is it was never real. Separation was never real. The fact that because of, let's put it this way, because of the fact that a thought appears that says, I am living this life, it doesn't imply at all that there is a you separate from life, living life. That's not happening. Try to find it. Try to find that separate me that's living life. Yeah, you can see the body. Yeah. So what? So, how many of the processes that your body does are operated under an unconscious manner, unconsciously? Most of them, but just because of a very few of them, you're conscious of. You're saying, this is my body. And when you do that, and when I do that, or other people do that, that's just an overlooking of what's actually happening. That is, that spontaneity is going on. And then there is a capacity in consciousness or in whatever this is to claim it, to say that it has an owner. But where is the owner? Where is the owner in the expression? If I'm just here like meditating or just with my eyes closed or just doing whatever task I have to do, and then an alarm rings somewhere, how the fuck is this head not going to like do like this? And surprise, what's happening? It's just happening. And the thing is like this process goes on for every other little action. So maybe we're just here to unlearn everything that feels true to us as we grow up. And maybe that's all that's needed for an awakening. Maybe that's awakening itself. Maybe the process of awakening is just a mere process of unlearning. And getting to experience reality without all the filters that, let's call it society, let's call it conditioning, let's call it relative world, let's call it this apparent universe, let's call it this earth, put on us, implanted on us, installed on us, just as a means for us to be able to navigate this world. And it feels very useful. It feels very useful, and it was very useful. And it was really useful when we were kids to learn to set up boundaries, to learn things that you're going to need in the real life, right? Now, once all of that's learned, once boundaries are known, once you are able to set up boundaries for yourself, once boundaries are learned to be set up when they are needed, why do you still need to believe there is a you that exists outside this reality? And this is a journey of discovery. This is a journey of curiosity. Curiosity and honesty and open-mindedness are king here. This is self-discovery. A self with no self. A self that encompasses every single detail of apparent reality. That is what this is all about. To become love. This is about removing any identity that stops love from being the expression that it is once there is no filters and barriers obscuring it. This is a journey of discovery. This is a journey about seeing that we are love from the beginning. It was just a mistake. It was just a fucking mistake that made it possible for this energetic thing to come up as an individual thing. And then we love other people and we claim to be our love for other people. Is it real? No. 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 We are always looking to find the infinite within the finite. That's why we suffer. That's where our attachment lies. That's where we feel like we need other people. And I'm not saying we don't need other people in this conventional way to speak, right? In this world. But in reality, there are no other people. So it is, right now, it's me talking to me. And in your case, it's you listening to yourself. Yeah, we're in different bodies. Yeah, that's amazing, right? It's fucking amazing. We are experiencing different bodies, but it's just one thing that's experiencing itself. That's just what's going on here. And to discover that, it's so amazing, and it's a big struggle at the same time. I will continue to show all the darkness that one faces within this process. Because yeah, today I'm putting out this video, feeling amazing. I went to the gym after 3 months because of an injury that cut me out of the gym for such a long time. And maybe that's contributing to my happiness right now. I don't know. There is still a lot of conditioning in this body that needs to be worked out. A lot. Yesterday, I was really having a bad day. A bad day. Actually, I recorded a video yesterday that I didn't put out because I didn't have the time, but I'm probably going to be putting this out in the near future because you can see my face, how suffering was just very tangible there. And it's because there is shadow work to do there yet. And when that happens, when that shadows are being played out here, the absolute kind of gets obscured, but can never disappear. Because once you see it, you really cannot unsee it. So if you're struggling right now, if you're going through this process, or if you're struggling to see what's always been here, your true nature, you gotta follow that instinct. Because it's a marvelous thing. Maybe it's the most needed thing in the whole universe. That everybody wakes up from the dream of separation. And so we can learn to build a society, a world that's better for everybody, right? Thank you.